Yeah. So rolling along, I'm just gonna choose one out of the hat, and right now I'm bringing up the coffee. So this is something that's been floating around. Um, Many of you may not know, but for those who do know, um, Koffee has been named the newest brand ambassador for the Jordan brand, right? And I think it's a big deal. I want to understand how my comrades feel or my colleagues feel about it, and you all as well. So, Oliver, take it away.
Um, so this is a big deal, huge deal. Um, the Jordan brand is recognized worldwide. Doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter what gender, doesn't matter what you're into. People wear Jordans to corporate meetings nowadays. Jordan is huge. Um, they didn't always work with people outside of sports, but they started a few years back. Um, and it's the first time, as far as I can recall, that they're working with a reggae artist. So this is huge. This goes to something we had discussed in a few topics earlier about trying to find innovative ways to market yourself during this COVID epidemic, how to make money and stay afloat.
Outside of music.
Right. And because music alone itself, even pre-COVID, that alone doesn't always pay the bills. It tells me that Coffee's brand goes beyond reggae, which is good, and we should applaud that. And others should take a page from her book because she's very likable.
Yeah.
She's a very likable personality. I think not to say that you shouldn't be who you are, represent Jamaica, but I think when you're trying to cross over, you have to be palatable to a lot of different people. And she is. I think if you hear Coffee speak or just see her, you don't just right off the bat assume she's Jamaican. She could be from anywhere. And people need to feel connected to an artist. I think sometimes that is something we struggle with because it's hard for people to connect to this little Caribbean island sometimes if they don't have any relation to it other than maybe they visited or they saw it on TV. She spreads a wider spectrum. The music is there to support it as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they might use one of her songs for a commercial or something. And yeah, she's doing her thing. Her management team definitely is working. So kudos to Coffee. Keep pushing the brand not just in music, but breaking barriers that need to be broken in order for the culture to go worldwide.
Definitely.
Shane.
Um, yeah, what I like the most about this kind of representation is the fact that it shows you that people love our culture. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these bigger brands like being involved or is getting more fond of the idea of being involved with Jamaicans and our culture and our representation of what we do. Like they always say, everybody love Jamaicans or love Jamaica or love something from Jamaica, whether it be the food, the beaches, the people, whatever the case is, the weather, you name it. So I'm excited to see that kind of representation. And I hope to see others as well with different brands, different world-renowned brands that everybody knows at every corner of the world, and get more involved with our people. You know what I mean? And again, being likable and being marketable is definitely one of the main things. We always talk about how relationships is one of the biggest things that we think helps and breaks not just the advancement of our culture, but the advancements of people and careers and businesses and whatever the case is, even just basic relationships. So that is a big thing. And I think more people need to put more emphasis on relationships with people and just overall generally. But excited to hear that. I'm expecting, there are a few people that I see pushing certain brands as if they are, heading in that direction, like they want to be an ambassador of certain brands. So, just look out. I feel like a lot of other artists that are on the rise, you will start hearing similar stories. I feel like because I've been observing a few things like that.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, okay, I say this now. So the Jordan Unite campaign, yeah, and Koffee are the brand ambassador. First time I heard that, I was like, wow, this is awesome. The reason why it's awesome, again, for the same reason I felt when Koffee won the Grammy last year, is almost I had the same kind of feeling, right? The feeling, it's the type of feeling where, yo, look, Koffee will lead the way, and if Koffee can do it, that's showing other young people that we can do it too, right?
Mm.
So just for that alone, I felt like, yo, it was a great look. Number two, the Jordan brand puts forth a very positive image and outlook. And I feel like that is synonymous with Koffee's image.
Mm.
Our lyrics, our flow, our movements, how she carry herself is just positive message. You know what I mean? I just feel like the whole thing is they both, the brand and Koffee represents the same thing. You see me? And she's leading with love, you know, and leading with she have her own local endeavors where she try to help out, kids and schools and stuff like that. And I think this would go a far way because I guess this almost feels like at the type of thing where they can team up, right? And them have a good representative because the person is actually out there doing these things already, you know. So this is big for me, you know. The next part of how I feel about this, the third and maybe the final part, is this just a show you say, yo, people, if you just continue to be yourself, if you just continue to be you, because look on Koffee. In my opinion, Koffee doing
But what you say to the
opposite. Wait,
what you say,
yeah, go ahead.
what you say to the people then, if being themselves is just being a grouch
Well,
or some screw face.
well, in that sense, I mean, the energy that them put out in the world, it will determine what they receive.
Yeah.
So if that is what they want to receive, then continue to put out that type of energy. Koffee's energy is shining a light on the world to me, you know. And again, people, other than majority of the people in a Koffee age group, she stands out because she's doing different. She's and it's crazy that we say she had do different because all of what we say she had do is what I kind of feel like young people supposed to do. Young people supposed to lead with love, supposed to have manners, supposed to, you know what I mean, carry themselves with respect, you know, and with all even the bashing and stuff where that she's been receiving, I feel like it's unwarranted. Just because she not tattooed up and I smoke a big head spliff or I cuss bad word or I tell somebody say, me gonna shoot you or yo, look, me pull back a little bit again. People, me don't want this to feel like I preach to you. Me just a point something out. You dig? Koffee come from a Christian background. So why not represent herself as she is? You dig? And I'm not trying to say that that is the only way to live. Live your life, live your truth. You dig? But,
Yeah.
you know, you got to have the naysayers out there say, boy, yo, that brother here, this and that brother here, that. Yo, but just talk the truth as me see it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I feel this collaboration, which is maybe the first, it feels like the first for a Jamaican or somebody out of dancehall or reggae, the Jordan brand teaming up with Koffee, and she's actually their brand ambassador now, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Enough said. I mean, people, if you disagree with me, prove it. Talk facts. We want your feedback. Because if anybody can eat upon something like this, but I really like hear it seriously. Cause sometimes we try to be contrary to what each other saying. Sometimes Oliver says something and me I say, boy, it's similar to what me are thinking about. But now I thought that. Boom, Shane says something and me I say, boy, why the whole of it sound like a broken record. Me not see, oh.
I mean, if we agree, we agree.
Yeah, and then again, like I said, me not see, oh, in a this sense,
we're not a debate show.
we can disagree. Yeah. Yeah, so that is Koffee, and Koffee is the new brand ambassador for the Jordan brand. Yeah. Much love and congratulations, Koffee.
Big up Koffee.
Yeah, so to roll into something else, because Koffee is not a joke. You see me? And we applaud people who come out and represent themselves well.